My name is Jack Hankins. I've been a patient of Dr. Hess's for about 10 years now, and he and I met one another through a mutual friend, and over a period of time I expressed to him concerns I had about my teeth. I had a really very bad problem with grinding my teeth and issues such as that, and separation of teeth and that sort of thing, and so I really was self-conscious about the way it looked, and I also had an issue with receding gums that I had no idea the cause of. So in visiting with Dr. Hess, he took a look and discovered that really the issue was my bite was really in bad shape and causing all sorts of problems. He corrected that, and then I asked him about working on making my teeth look a little better, and so we opted to go ahead and do a complete remake, I guess you'd call it. So we decided that he would perform some pretty extensive cosmetic dentistry, and frankly, I think as most of us would, I had some concerns about how that would be, and it turned out to be a really great experience. It was simple. It didn't take weeks or months. It took just a couple of 3 visits perhaps. And Dr. Hess really transformed my smile from one that I wouldn't show people if I could help it to one I was very proud for people to see. So it was really a great experience for me. Dr. Hess's office is a great place to visit for routine dentistry as well. Since then, I've used him as my regular dentist, and his office staff is really delightful, a lot of fun people. They don't take themselves too seriously, but of course he takes his work very seriously. As far as pain and discomfort and that sort of thing, I really had virtually none. It was easier than about anything I've ever done, even as extensive as it was. Dr. Hess worked on 20 of my teeth at one time, and I was really amazed that there was really no pain or discomfort of any kind. It was, I suppose I would say the hardest part of it was lying in the chair for an hour and a half while he worked, but in terms of pain, there basically was none. It was really an easy, comfortable experience for me. I have gone from being very self-conscious about my smile to being very proud of it. I went from what I thought was really a very ugly smile to one that I think looks great, and I'm proud for people to see. The investment I made in my teeth is one that's probably one of the best investments I've ever made. I was spending a fair amount of money on dentistry to correct issues on a spot basis, and it really wasn't working well anyway. And the comprehensive approach that Dr. Hess took in both correcting my bite and in the cosmetic work really did a great job of eliminating a lot of dental costs that I had in the past. So it was really just a superb, sound investment. In the 8 years since I had the work done, I've really had no issues whatsoever. In fact, it's been amazing that I've had less dental issues in 8 years than I probably had in my entire life combined, and then some. It's been really a good experience. You know, when someone needs extensive dental work, I think it's very difficult sometimes to decide where to go or who to turn to. Dr. Hess is very focused on the detail of his work and perfection and doing things the right way, and I highly recommend him.
So Jack is a great guy, and I'll tell you, when I think of Jack, you know, over the last decade or so, Jack's become one of my very good friends, a good golf buddy, great dinner companion. And when I really first met Jack, he came up to me and he said, we were on the golf course, and he says, "Lenny, take a look at my teeth and tell me what you think." And this is while we're walking up the 18th hole of a golf course. But you know, Jack knew he was having problems. His teeth were wearing really severely. He had another dentist make him a hard night guard that he could sleep in because he was very concerned about the wear that he was getting on his teeth. And as the wear was accelerating, he was just becoming more and more self-conscious about his smile. He just wasn't feeling good about the image that he was projecting with his smile. And Jack's case is one of these cases that's very common. The reason why Jack was grinding his teeth, the reason why he was having such accelerated wear at a young age with his teeth had everything to do with function. He was having TMJ problems. He was having problems with what we call eccentric relation maximum intercuspation hit and slide. And what that means is it just means that the alignment and how the teeth are lining up with what the muscles and the joint are trying to do wasn't quite in harmony. And so the part of Jack's smile, what was really suffering as a result of that were his teeth. And so one of the things on a case like Jack's that's critical to get right is to get the function correct. Because if these types of patients if you're destroying your natural teeth, then anything that we put in there, if we aren't solving that underlying problem, then you're just going to destroy whatever it is that we put in your mouth as well. So, Jack was a great example of somebody that it's so important to diagnose that function. We tested out all the changes that we made in his mouth with his provisional restorations to make sure that he was happy with the aesthetics of his teeth, the function of the teeth, and the phonetics of his teeth. And once we had everything nailed, then we were able to copy that in porcelain and give him a beautiful smile. And it's a really gratifying thing to help people and through this process become great friends with them as well. He's a great guy.